Is this for children? Should I be answering about children? Okay. The character I wish I'd created is probably Cruella de Vil, because villains are always my favourite part of any book, and she is the most horrible villain I've ever encountered. Classic children's book I've not read is a contemporary classic called Twilight. You might have heard of it. And I just missed it. I think because I was so far into the Harry Potter world, it just completely passed me by, and I maybe I should read it. People always tell me I should, but other people tell me no, don't. The most embarrassing read that I've ever read is 50 Shades of Grey, because I wanted to read it just because I don't like being a snob just for the sake of it. I didn't want to sort of jump on the bandwagon and say this is rubbish, but it's truly, I didn't enjoy it at all. Beyonce. My favourite living icon is Beyonce. I've seen her about 5 times in concert, and whenever I'm feeling sad, I just put on the documentary that she made about herself. Lemonade was astonishing. We had 2 film parties to watch it. It's just exceptional. I love Worcestershire. She came to speak at Oxford University when I was the Poetry Society president, and she's just electric.
Okay.
Actually just in between books, but I'm about to read A Witch Alone by James Nichol, which is coming out in a couple of weeks, and it follows on from The Apprentice Witch, and it's just a really lovely, like, classic feeling children's book about this witch who just gets everything wrong. I think the one thing I wish I'd been told at 16 is that it's okay to fail, and it's okay not to know where your life is going. You know, I'm still young, and I feel like I found writing too late sometimes, because, you know, there's only so many years left of my life, and I want to write so many books and tell so many stories. And so that's probably what I would say, is it's okay to fail. He'd probably say chill out, it's all right, because I get very sort of anxious in situations when I'm on the spot, and I'd definitely be in Ravenclaw. I've given this a lot of thought. My demon ideally would be an otter, but I've been told that it's more likely to be a seal or a walrus or something that's less elegant on land. My TV obsession at the moment is Jane the Virgin. I came to it quite late, and I think it's great. My favourite film is Apocalypse Now. I just really love long, epic journeys, and the music's amazing and the lines are amazing. It's actually in joint place with Moulin Rouge, though. So, dream job was to be an astronaut. Not good enough at science and maths, really, for that to be a possibility. I was actually planning to do law, and then my boyfriend at the time said, oh, maybe you should try, you know, just like writing, because he'd seen me writing poetry. So I started writing poetry and realised I really liked it, so I started taking that more seriously. My favourite bookshop just shut down. It's called the Albion Beatnik Bookshop in Oxford, and they used to hold all these amazing events, and it was like a real safe space to go and be, and unfortunately it shut down. So now Waterstones or Blackwell's is probably my favourite. If I didn't write, I think I'd still be doing something with books. I just love it so much, and reading is as much a pleasure to me as writing, and so it would probably be something where I got to lift up other writers and sort of tell the world how great they are. There's a great line in an Edwin Morgan poem called Strawberries, and it says, "Let the storm wash the plates," and it's just about 2 people who are just so in love with each other that they just get lost in the moment, and the storm has to wash the plates because they're far too busy. I think with heartbreak you've got to just let it all out, so I read really sad books when I'm sad, because crying is good for you. So Wuthering Heights is one that I love to read. Probably Wuthering Heights is my crying book. Okay, the poet I'd like to meet who's living is Karen McCarthy-Wolf. She wrote this amazing collection called Seasonal Disturbances, and it was in my pile when I was judging the Costa Poetry Award. And I sort of went clutching it to the meeting and wanted everyone to love it as much as me, but they didn't, and actually that makes it all the more special. I think there's something in her soul that kind of speaks to my soul, and I really love that about her work. And then the dead poet I'd like to meet is probably T.S. Eliot, just because he's who I sort of grew up on, and I have a lot of questions about how much of his work is intentionally weird and how much is just because he was having a nervous breakdown. I wish that I could draw. It's just amazing to me that people can use a flat surface to make something three-dimensional, and I'm just so terrible at drawing. So for a children's book that I would suggest would be The Northern Lights. I think it's just an extraordinary book for people of any age. And then for adults, I would say read 100 Years of Solitude by Gabriel Garcia Marquez, because it's just this huge sprawling narrative, and it's so big that there's definitely something in there for everyone. I'm Kiran Millwood Hargreave, and it's been really nice to talk to you today. This is my latest book, The Island at the End of Everything. Thank you.